are a river city, a bold city, the First Coast, a place to create and to belong. Here, the sun shines a little brighter, and so do the people. We share a love for our region, a pride for JAX, and a passion for the beautiful game, dedicated to giving everyone a sporting chance. Together, we will elevate soccer and sport in our community by lifting every voice. We are Sporting Club Jacksonville. We are Sporting JAX.
Hello and welcome into the Sporting JAX Report. I'm Cole Pepper. Coming up, it's the final tune-up before the regular season for Sporting JAX. Becky Burleigh joins me to discuss what to expect, plus how the local business community helped to kick off the season. And we get to know forward Jade Pennock, who has been reunited with head coach Stacey Balaam here in Jacksonville. But let's start with today's final tune-up. It is already underway. After missing out on a pair of home preseason friendlies due to injuries and weather, Sporting JAX is in Lexington, Kentucky to face fellow Gainbridge Super League team Lexington SC in the final warm-up before the regular season kicks off next week. This week at training, the team worked through their paces with the knowledge that games begin to count at the end of next week. There are some key goals to be accomplished this week, including just scoring goals. Facing a league opponent, one that has brought in some key signings this offseason, should certainly be a great litmus test for where the team is before the inaugural game.
I think we want to see everything that we've been working on throughout preseason. We haven't had many scrimmages, only 3 at this point, but we've kind of been working on different things before each one, so kind of combining all of those together, and it'll be good facing another Super League team to kind of just get a preview of what we're going to be facing this season. So yeah, just everything that we've been working on coming together, I think.
I think it matters more due to the fact that this is going to be the level of opponent that we're going to be facing week in, week out throughout the season. We know that Lexington are a really strong team now. They've got a lot of good individuals. They've picked up a lot of good signings. So the individual quality is definitely there. Again, we're just focusing on ourselves. So we just want to make sure that, we're executing what we've been working on over the last 6 weeks.
I think we just have to keep playing like we have been. I think we've had a pretty good preseason throughout the few games that we've played and stuff, and I think we just need to continue to put the pieces together and just work for each other, and I think we've got it.
And we're now joined by Becky Burleigh. Becky, let's start with your expectations for today's final preseason opportunity. What do you hope happens for this team?
Well, first of all, I hope it gets played. This is a really important game for prep, because the biggest thing you want as a coach is to kind of know where you need to shore up areas and where you need to highlight things, and to play against a team that's in the league and, actually get to see your team in a high level competition. I think that's going to be really, really important prior to the home opener.
How about for the coaches? There has to be some benefit here to be going on the road in terms of sort of match day logistics for the coaching staff too.
That's a really good question, because I think that has probably had to be adjusted because of the missing games. And that's a shame in some ways, because I think that the possibility of seeing everybody for a significant amount of time might be less now that there's a few games that have not existed. So this one, I think, I don't know, if it's me personally, I might go pretty heavy on the rotation that I plan to use.
I think there's also something to be said for learning how to travel together, no?
Oh, 100%. It's an operation to mobilize a team at home, let alone on the road. And so there's so many things that come up for logistics and just general getting the most out of your players when you're on the road. It's a different animal than when you're at home. And so being able to get a run through of what that feels like, what that looks like, what's necessary, what's not, I think that'll be an important walkthrough.
Becky, thank you. On Wednesday of this week, Sporting JAX held a business kickoff luncheon at the WJCT soundstage. Hundreds of business people, entrepreneurs, and sponsors gathered to Hear about the team, meet the team, and hear from Soccer Hall of Famer Briana Scurry, the goalkeeper on the 1999 World Cup champions. There was inspiration and connection as the season approaches.
To see the business community come out and the numbers that they came out in was terrific. Obviously, we had a lot of our partner sponsors there, but this is exactly what we're trying to create here with our business alliance, creating events like this, special events, things that are a little bit different, and we want to kind of grow on this. But no, terrific response from the community, great support, great to introduce the players, and Briana was phenomenal.
Yeah, this was awesome. I was just telling Cole, it was like really well attended, which was super exciting. And yeah, we got to sit at a table with Florida Blue people, and they were all just like so excited for the season. So that was really cool. But yeah, just to see the excitement in the city of Jacksonville really getting behind us, it's extremely motivating.
And we now welcome in Emerson Burris, getting to know another one of the players on the roster. And this time around, we're talking about a player who has the most extensive career accolades of anybody on the Sporting JAX roster.
That's right. Sporting JAX's newest forward, Jade Pennock, has traveled the world chasing her passion, almost 16,000 miles to be exact. She's bringing her experience, energy, and love for the game and for life to Jacksonville.
Jade Pennock grew up in Pontefract, England, where soccer was more than just a sport. It was a way of life. From kicking the ball around as a kid to playing for clubs like Birmingham, her journey has taken her far from home.
I started playing football when I was probably 5. My granddad gave me my first football and I've never looked back since.
After taking her game across the globe, Pennock reflects on her time down under.
We went to the Great Barrier Reef and snorkeled and flew over the Whitsundays, which was so cool.
Now at 32, Pennock is embracing the role of a mentor, a new experience for a player who's always been surrounded by older teammates.
It's funny to think of me as like a veteran role because I've never been the oldest on a team. I just hope that I can pass on my experiences, whether it be winning or just standards in training.
As for her personal goals this season, she's aiming high, both for herself and for the team.
Personal, I think goal scoring, I want to try and reach 10 goals, or at least 10 goal contributions for sure.
From Pontefract to Jacksonville, Pennock brings a love for the game, a passport full of memories, and a desire to inspire the next generation.
Pennock says connecting with the Jacksonville community is just as important as her scoring goals, and she's ready to make both happen this season.
Well, certainly a veteran, as we've mentioned, 10 years as a pro, and she played for Stacey Balaam in college. They're back together. I think it has to be so valuable because she knows how Stacey communicates, and that has to help the rest of the team because she can sort of serve as that intermediary.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. She's so excited to be back with Stacey, but she also said at the end of the day, it's a coach, and having that rapport again is just so special.
Oh, we're looking forward to big things from Jade. Emerson, thanks so much. Throughout this summer, we've been following the progress of Sporting JAX's USL League team. This is made up mostly of college players and some top local high school stars as well. They get a chance to test themselves against the top players in the summertime. We've produced 4 chapters of a documentary following the team this summer. The final chapter is now posted to the Sporting JAX YouTube channel. Here's a preview.
It's very exciting, actually, especially personally. I'm a very competitive person and I love winning and I always love being first, so it's been a great experience.
A lot of our teachings, what we do, is not just a game, it's life. You get an injury, it's a setback. That could happen in a job. You could not get a pay rise or not get promoted, or you lose your job because of layoffs. You deal with it, you move on to the next thing.
Well, season tickets for the Sporting JAX season are going fast. If you've not purchased your season tickets yet, be sure to do so. Go to sportingjax.com or call 904-863-KICK. Capacity at Hodges Stadium is 9,400. We've already sold over 6,000 season tickets, so don't wait to join the movement. Still to come, Mauricio Ruiz joins us to take a closer look at the USL Championship. That's next as the Sporting JAX report rolls on. The next nationally televised USL Championship game comes up tonight as the Tampa Bay Rowdies host Phoenix Rising at Al Lang Stadium. That's a 9 o'clock kickoff on ESPN2. And it is time now for the USL Championship Game of the Week presented by Honda of the Avenues. This week, a battle of the two top teams in the East as the Charleston Battery went to Kentucky to face Louisville City. To the Bluegrass State we go. This was a big one. Clash of Eastern Conference powers. Lou City looking to defend home turf against the Battery. Early on, we got a goal. 3rd minute, Louisville striking first. Aiden McFadden heads the ball to Philip Goodrum, who finishes from a tight angle. Home side's up 1-0. 16th minute now. Ray Serrano sets up Jansen Wilson, who drills a right-footed shot from the left side of the box into the center of the goal. Lou City doubles their advantage. It's 2-0. 28th minute, Wilson strikes again, this time from distance, from outside of the box to the lower corner for the brace, and it is 3-0 Lou City. First half stoppage time now. Kevon Lambert draws the foul. Taylor Davila puts it away. It's 4-0 at the break. Lou City is rolling. Second half now, 52nd minute. 5th goal of the game. First for Charleston. The Battery pulling one back. Cal Jennings to M.D. Myers for the finish, but it was not nearly enough. Lou City, a dominant performance. 4-1 the win over Charleston, tightening their grip near the top of the table. We now welcome in Mauricio Ruiz. Now, we knew this was going to be a big one in the Eastern Conference, but what a performance by Lou City.
Yeah, a bit surprising. And the game could have gone completely the opposite way if Kyle Jennings early converted a really early chance, but he didn't, and goals changes games, and Louisville did exactly that. Their firepower going forward is incredible. I don't think anybody expected a 4-0 halftime performance, but those fans in Louisville got all their money paid for.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So let's take a look at the standings. We'll start with the West first, where Tulsa continues to reign on top. They're starting to open up a bit of a gap on Sacramento, who certainly has a rise since a mediocre start. San Antonio and El Paso round out the top 4, but not a lot between the top and bottom of the table, at least the top, let's say 5 or 6 in the rest of the table here. Looking at the East, though, let's take a look after this big matchup between Lou City and Charleston Battery. There's that 3 points. They came in level at the top with 41 points. Lou City now on top with 44. Then a big gap back to Loudoun United, North Carolina FC, Pittsburgh, Detroit City. I think it's going to be very intriguing to see how Lou City and Charleston duel over the rest of the season, but also those other teams contending for the last 3 or 4 playoff spots in the East. That will be something to watch this year. Group tickets are now on sale for the Sporting JAX inaugural season. Groups of 10 or more can enjoy the best price for single game tickets. Gather your friends, family, and coworkers to enjoy a night at Sporting JAX. General admission for group tickets, just $22 per seat. Club seats start at $39 a piece. Call 904-863-KICK or go to sportingjax.com to order your group tickets for pro soccer in Jacksonville. And introducing the Sporting Flex Pack. Get your seats for our historic home opener on August the 23rd against DC Power, plus any 3 additional matches, all part of the 4-game Sporting Flex Pack starting at just $60. Call 904-863-KICK or visit sportingjax.com/flex to lock in your pack today. Still to come, our Youth Soccer Spotlight. How more than 100 young goalkeepers in our area had the chance to learn from a legend. That's next as the Sporting JAX report rolls on. The inaugural Sporting JAX kit has been unveiled. Those are the t-shirts. But you can order your own. Use the QR code on your screen to order your official Sporting JAX shirt. You can also go to sportingjax.com/shop, where we've just launched a new online store. It's time now for the Youth Soccer Spotlight presented by the Bearded Pig Barbecue. Emerson Burris is here. Emerson, we mentioned Briana Scurry a little bit earlier. Not only did she speak to business leaders, but she also took the time out to do some quality work with some young goalkeepers in the area.
Yeah, it's not every day that young athletes get to learn from legends and pros, but that's exactly what took place earlier this week at Veterans Park. Scurry says it's rare for a city to have a professional women's team in their backyard and hopes clinics like this inspire young players to chase their goals.
Dozens of young goalkeepers filled the fields for a hands-on clinic led by Sporting JAX players and one of the most iconic keepers in U.S. soccer history.
Very happy to be here, thank you. I'm very happy to be here and meet all you guys. I see so much amazing potential.
Scurry, a two-time Olympic gold medalist and World Cup champion, even brought her medals for a little inspiration.
I highly recommend that you all get season tickets. There are a few things that are more positive, inspirational, and seed planting and changing.
For Sporting JAX keeper Jamie Gerstenberg, giving back was just as meaningful as playing.
I don't know, I was them at one point, and now I'm like here and I'm like teaching them and they like want to learn from me. I'm like, this is so surreal. I like can't wrap my head around it. But it was like amazing, connecting with the community, helping them out, just having fun out here. I really hope we can do it more often.
And young goalies like Addie soaked up every drill and every piece of advice.
Trying to like score them and save them at the same time.
You're just going to play every position ever.
Yeah.
The night wrapped up with autographs, photos, and plenty of new dreams for these future stars.
We are Sporting JAX. We are.
I've been a fan of the U.S. women's national team for as long as I can remember. I was also a keeper, so to see Briana Scurry in the area, hands-on with these players and within the community was just so incredible.
Hearing her message at the business luncheon on Wednesday, seeing her working with the kids on Tuesday, I mean, that is what we hope future players will do, current Sporting JAX players who work on in the future after their careers can continue to get back to the game. We just see the game growing and growing and growing, and the only way you do that is from reaching the kids.
Yeah, it's amazing. Getting to do this spotlight every single week just inspires me every week to give back and see these kids' dreams grow every week.
It's been great. Emerson, thanks so much. For more on Sporting JAX and the world of soccer, join Mark Warburton, Stacey Balaam, and me every Tuesday night at 6. We also bring in a player every week on 1010XL for the Coaches Show, presented by Sporting JAX. You can listen on air on 1010 AM, online or on demand at 1010XL.com. And be sure to join Mauricio Ruiz, Becky Burleigh, Emerson, and me every Thursday night at 6 for the Sporting JAX Soccer Hour. We cover the entire soccer world, including Sporting JAX and the USL and beyond. Thursday nights at 6 on AM 930, Fox Sports Radio Jacksonville, or the iHeart app. Still to come, Mauricio rejoins me with his thoughts on the start of the Premier League season. Yes, it is underway. That's next as the Sporting JAX Report rolls on. A reminder, you can watch the Sporting JAX Report next Saturday at noon on NBC, WTLV, NBC 12. You can also find us on demand on First Coast News Plus and the Sporting JAX YouTube channel. Mauricio Ruiz rejoins us now, and we're back at noon because the Premier League is back underway. So, Mal, the big question, will Liverpool repeat as champions?
I'm going to go with no. I think it's a really difficult thing to repeat. This is the biggest wholesale change that they've made in a really long time. Some big profile names. I think it's going to be difficult to adapt all those names into what already was a really good squad. So I'm going to say no. A lot of departures from a team that won the league.
All right. So who do you think will win the championship?
You know, Cole, I gotta stick with Arsenal. I just think that they probably made the biggest one-player transaction from a needs standpoint. Victor Gyökeres coming from Sporting. He is a forward that they were looking for a long time. And Arsenal for 3 years in a row finished second to Man City and Liverpool respectfully. And they were missing that one player. And so I think they look the best and the most complete team, but with the one piece that they were really missing.
All right, so who else should we look to contend?
You know, I want to keep looking at Man U. I think, Man U continues to do business in the offseason. Obviously, they struggled really hard last year, but they spend the most amount of money. Tottenham spent quite a bit of money as well. But Man U put together a really strong roster with what I like, which are Premier League level players, proven players in the league. Oftentimes you get players from different leagues and it didn't always pan out. But if you get someone from within the league, and they got quite a bit of players that have already performed in the Premier League.
No love for Chelsea?
I think Chelsea, it's a wonderful story to keep listening. And, I know they're world champions, but they're still young and they're exciting. I think Chelsea will be up there in the top 4, but I don't think that they're mature enough to endure a whole season.
Let's talk about the promoted teams. Sunderland, you've got Burnley and Leeds. Will any of them stay up?
I think Burnley will stay up. If you remember, Burnley went up the year before, then went back down. Vincent Kompany brought them up. He's now obviously with Bayern Munich, and they went back down. Oftentimes, you see that happening with teams that don't invest on the actual roster because they want to invest in infrastructure. So the next time they come up, they can stay up. And so right now, I would say Burnley would be a team that will stay up. Leeds, they've been up for a couple of years. I'm not really sure that they're investing in the right spaces, but out of the 3, I will go with Burnley because this is the second time they've come up in a matter of 3 years.
All right, Mal, thank you very much. Well, the countdown clock's pretty simple right now. Just 1 week until the regular season opener, 7 days until DC Power is in town on August the 23rd for the start of Sporting JAX in the Gainbridge Super League. It is just around the corner, and we cannot wait. If you want to keep up to date on what's going on with Sporting JAX when we're not on the air, check us out on social media. We're on X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok for all the latest in what's going on with Sporting JAX. Emerson Burris rejoins us here. Emerson, we're a week away. What are you most looking forward to for the opener?
Well, I'm so excited for all of it. I'm very excited to be on the sidelines. We've been working hard preparing for everything. I'm excited to tell more stories about the players. I'm also excited to highlight some of the seating options at the stadium. I've been doing research and have some fun things to share on that. And I'm excited to see the community in the stands. As I've been doing the Youth Soccer Spotlight, I've seen lots of kiddos that are excited about the games. And so I'm excited to see the stands hopefully full and sold out.
I can't wait for that one first moment, whatever it is, big goal, end of the game. I want those moments, and we'll start piling those up as the season begins. Thanks so much for watching the Sporting JAX Report. For Becky Burleigh, Mauricio Ruiz, and Emerson Burris, I'm Cole Pepper. We'll talk to you next week when we will be very close to kickoff for Sporting JAX. Have a great week, everybody.